with UiPath. I did in the last time a lot of stuff with SAP. So now I want to show you that in this video, I showed you how to create test data on UiPath using the UiPath agent. UiPath agent design, it's changed. We'll run it again, and I will show you what I can do with this data because this is important. So let's say that I want to create 3 sales order with an interval from 4 to 6 items, location US, and I will say that I want save data to queue. And this is very important. So the idea is like this. The system will start to run the agent. I explained on the last video what is in the agent. This is the new design. And the idea is like this. We have the get business to be able to extract the business data from the SAP. Then we extract the products. So here we go with US. So basically I go to US and I say get me all the customers from US. Then I say give me the products that are available for this one. Then I create the SO via HTTP request. You see, first is get business, then get products, then HTTP request. And because I select that there add data to queue, after he will make the HTTP request and he will create on. So take a look. Here I have this stuff on my SAP, and now if I will say refresh, I will see a new one. So here he put this on the queue, yeah. He put this on the queue, and you'll see that you have 127 now. So we have 100, he will create 127, 128, and 129. And he will add this on the queue, yeah? So every time it's adding on the queue, because every time when it's creating an issue, we say, if you have saved data to the queue true, you need to call add S on queue every time after I call the HTTP request. Yeah, so that's the difference between the last one. So the agent, I think it's finished or already finished. Okay. And here on the queue, I had in the past 7 transactions. Let's hit refresh. And I have now 10 stuff. So we have 127 created now, 128, and 139. So the system is able to, after he create all the SO in the SAP, he get the number of SO and save it on the queue. Here I refresh. You'll see that I have 128 and 29 created. With, like I showed you last time, with different items, with the different number of quantities and so on. Yeah, you see here, I have multiple items, quantities, and delivery date. Good. Now let's see what I can do with this data. So here I have a queue that is called SAP Testing SO queue, which has 2 elements, sales order and data, order date. Let's take all these new data from queue and let's display the items, all the items. So basically I have here an workflow. Let's run the workflow and I'll explain inside of the workflow. And this one, it's extracting the data from the queue. You see, you extract only the new data from the queue, yeah? Extract the new data from the queue. Then here I make a for each inside of the queue items. And here I go to SAP and extract, it's already finished. And here I go to SAP and extract the each item, the each sales order, and for each sales order, I get the items. So I get the items and populate the queue like this. So I put the materials and the net amount, okay? And here I have all the data from all the, so this is all my data from all the items. So from what I have here, I have the values from 122 to 129. And in that way, I display all the items from this sales order. Let's see this sales order because it's high. So all the items from the sales order are displayed there with a quantity, you see, and there are a lot of items that have zero value, and that's why I have zero there, yeah. And all the items, the items are displayed here, yeah. So in this way, I go to the data from the queue. I take all the new elements and display all this data. So in this way, I use the data that my agent send on the queue. I can do something else. I can say this one disable. I can say to this one also disable. And I can say like this. I want to get only one transaction. Yeah. And I will say to this one enable. So here I take all the data that was new, but I want to take one data and I want to put this successful. So basically I will use get transaction item from this one. This will return the specific data in transaction item. Then I will make a for each on the transaction item. I will extract the specific data, sales order number. And then on the end, after the prelocation, I will say that this is successful. So I can run this. And this will take my last stuff from the queue, my first stuff, because my first data was supposed on the queue, and he will proceed this data. And here you'll see the items. I have TG1, TG11, and TG12. And if I refresh here, you will see that this is done. And this is transaction 122. So this is the item 122. So in this way, I was able to 122. I was able to use the data that agent create and use it with the queue, use it in other workflows, and for me, display the items that are inside. So that's the idea of using the data after the agent. So after agent create this data, he's able to save this data in the queue. Yeah. As usual, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and tell me what else you want to see on my videos. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Have a good one. Bye bye.